How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Need for Speed Nitro, and I have to be able to finish this thing today. Like, I cannot delay it a single more stream. But yeah, it should be fine. There are only like 70 something stars remaining. Well, 60 something actually. Shouldn't take that long, but we will see. I mean, I don't know how hard the final Grand Prix is gonna be, which is the main event, I guess. But yeah, so I was doing ironically Class C because everything else was kicking my ass, and since I don't really have all the stars here, I'm just basically using that to my advantage. And I was using this thing, right? Like this adrenaline thingy, I think. Well, let's see how long it takes to get the stars I need. So wait, is the sound fine? No, there you go. This is drift. Well, in Class C, drift events tend to be like very low point objective, so it doesn't really tend to be a problem. I mean, it kind of gives you the illusion that drift events will be as easy in every other class, but not quite. And that's it. That's that. I just went through the cop there. The team 1,500. I mean, essentially I need 500,000 to get the car to actually compete on the final class, but I don't even have 400,000, though I could sell cars to get there. It's just that I didn't really want to rely on that, but considering that once I beat this career mode, I'm not touching this game again, I don't think it really matters too much, you know? I just sell everything and that's it. No problem. The guy blew his load a little bit early. I could also do the well, both the like these Dubai events and the Singapore ones for Class C. Just that I really did not want to do Class C simply because the cars are slow. I mean, that's the whole point. Like, I wanted to go faster, but if I cannot afford a faster car, it's the same as nothing. These pickup trucks really take up a very big portion of the screen. Makes it a little bit hard to see sometimes. Thankfully, the level of competition here is not really high, but yeah. Also, this thing has a style objective that I probably should try to reach. Well, also a time objective. You know. Should start doing as many of, like, treating it as a drift event, I guess, so I don't fall back on the amount of points. Shit. Well, that's pretty messed up. How do you want me to get out of this? Completely corner. Well, the issue with this is that the first place completely escaped. Like, he's out. At least I get a power up. Oh, and now that I'm seeing, I also didn't get the lap star. That's a problem. But I'm also not getting it here, considering that you have 30 seconds to reach the finish line. In fact, I think that I'm only getting the star for position, because the style star is also not happening. Well, that's messed up. Well, the style star could happen. Just I think that it's 30,000. No, I mean, I'm not gonna do that in that short amount of time. Well, at least I got 3 stars from position, but yeah, the additional ones, not really. I guess the important thing is the money, and 5,000 is the most that you can get from Class C, right? Okay, yeah, speed. Well, it's a test drive. I really hate these events, though. Yeah, I think I'm doing the circuit race and then I'm off to Singapore, most likely. Probably. Interesting how the game becomes repetitive even within its own category, right? Because it's already quite repetitive that you essentially repeat every single event 3 times. Well, technically you repeat it 2 times, you do it 3 times. Because, you know, it's the same ones but on different categories. But even within its own category, there's only 2 tracks per, you know, per location, so all of these events essentially share so many tracks, right? This one is not the same one as the previous one, but yeah, the point is that it's that one, this one, and then nothing else. Well, at least I got the time star, that's something. Yeah, I remember that shitty ass corner happening, like that same thing last time. Bro, that was... So I didn't know that with circle you can respawn. Would have been useful in some situations. Can you target the first place? Doesn't seem like you can. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a very fucked up wall. I'm not sure I'm reaching this guy. Unless the police reaches him first. Yeah, a little bit too late there. Just like in real life, the police always arriving late. And I also didn't get the style points. Well, it's fine. I'm gonna go to Singapore, I guess. Didn't get that many stars, but all the remaining events are either these ones that I did and didn't get all stars, or the speed trap and time attack. I could try doing them, but... Oh, I have $400,000, by the way. Pretty cool. Well, they are not dollars, but you get the point. They act like ones. Yeah, pretty nice. If I get 100,000 more, I could buy the Ford GT without selling anything. What I think it's impossible, no matter what, is to go straight to the Pagani Sonda. Like, that's not gonna happen. Because stat-wise, at least if the game is not lying with the stats, the Pagani Sonda is kind of like a cheat car, right? Like. If you get that one, you shouldn't have to worry about winning. But yeah, the problem is that I'm not getting the required money no matter what. There is no way. And then there was another one, I think, in between the Ford GT and the Sonda. I think it was the Lamborghini Reventon, I think. And that one for some reason seemed like it had worse stats than the Ford GT, so at that point I'm not sure what the idea is. Why would I pay more for a car that according to the game performs worse? And that's the reason why I think that the stats are bullshit, because it most likely does perform better, but the game doesn't tell you that, because, well, I don't know why not, but it doesn't feel like it. So I'm not sure what the point of objective is. Probably 25,000 or similar, right? No, well, not 25,000. We'll see how similar it could be. Need to start doing some purposeful drifts. Okay, there it is. Because the second place is too far to be a problem right now. Well, that's clean 5 stars. Just like that. Nice when that happens. Okay, the money, I guess it's still an issue no matter what. There are still events to go. Just that to get the required amount of stars, I most likely need like to do Class A events, and yeah, doing the Class A events with the current Audi I have, I don't think it's going anywhere. But I have to try. Specifically, this track is the one that I have to try the most on Class A. I'm pretty sure that even with the Audi I should be able to get quite far. Why are you repeating the same line over and over? Are there so many that are calling the police here or what? Okay. No problem. And 5 stars again. At least that's good. Getting closer to the Grand Prix. And then there is one more that is the elimination. I think that with this it's like the last event that I can get stars from in Class C. Everything else will have to be Class A or something. So even though I'm not really paying that much attention, it's a little bit annoying to race with the police sirens constantly. I mean, it happened in the other games too, but it was more of an occasional thing. Here it happens in every single race unless the description says racers only. The siren will always be there. Of course. I guess it's more obvious when I'm silent. I start hearing the game more and the police siren is there, you know? I'm not even gonna be able to complete a second lap here. That means that the lap time star is not happening. At least I got the style star and the first place, of course. Well, good enough. Will be worse. Yeah, I think that these are all the stars I can get from Class C. And the money is still... Well, here if I sell all of my current cars, I will have enough money for the Ford GT. I could also try the speed trap and shit, but I don't really feel like doing that. Not to mention the money that you get from that is completely worthless. So yeah, this is where the problems start, but I will do the... Was it? Yeah, it was Singapore, right? Yeah, it was like I think this elimination race and this circuit race. The one that take place in that one track that has very good shortcuts, so... I don't know if that's still gonna be enough for this Audi to win, maybe not, but I just hope I can get used to the radical change in speed here. We went from the slowest category to the fastest one here. No, it seems that I get eliminated first. I feel like that's something that is probably not, you know, very nice at all, right? Like, these guys, even though they are faster and all of that, they still seem to get a boost at the very beginning that later on they don't have it because it's supposed to be easier for you to overtake them, but for elimination events, those 31st seconds are a problem. Like, it's just gonna keep happening, you know? Oh, well, come on, dude. Well, I could also do the race first, I guess, but... One thing that I need to check is if I can sell the collectible card. Something tells me I cannot. Most likely because they cannot really be purchased, so... you can probably only sell the ones that you purchase with your money. And it's ridiculous that you cannot stay ahead the first 30 seconds. Okay, I'll try the one that is not a shitty elimination and instead a regular race, but not sure if it's gonna happen. At least it's guaranteed that I'm not gonna get eliminated. There is not such a thing as an elimination here after all. And someone crashed right on the start. See, that would have been very useful on the elimination, but no, wouldn't happen there. Had to happen here. So let's see how much I can keep up by using the shortcuts. Okay, that one and this one. Well, at least I did get the lap time objective. The first place is still quite far though. That's a pretty cool name, Neo. Well, I don't know if it's Neo or Neo. Because, I mean, I have no clue what Singapore's pronunciation is. I mean, I don't even know how the language is called in the first place, so it's gonna be a little bit hard. I basically know absolutely nothing about Singapore. Aside from the fact that I think it's a very wealthy country, and I think the wealthiest country in the region. Yeah, aside from that, I don't know anything. Still very surprised that none of these guys even attempt getting the shortcut there. That's what you prefer, works for me. So when am I getting the style? Oh, there you go. Damn, I actually got all 5 stars. There is no doubt that like this track is certainly probably even one of the easiest in the game, simply because the AI doesn't take advantage of the shortcuts, and you can do that without much issue because the shortcuts themselves are pretty easy. Now it's pretty funny because I get the win here, but this stupid ass elimination, since the first 30 seconds everyone overtakes, apparently cannot win it, even though I could easily win it if the first 30 seconds these guys didn't just all rush ahead of me. But what could also happen is that one of them gets stuck like it happened in the previous race, but will it happen? I don't know. There's also only racers here, so the police is not gonna help you. He's most likely gonna overtake here, isn't he? No, actually no. Okay, we survive for now. Though I'm still last, damn. Pretty sad. Yeah, here it seems that not even the shortcuts can save me, huh? Alright. I guess the police presence really does make a difference here. Well, in that case it might be... it might be time to liquidate my whole garage, turn it into money, and then purchase the car I need. I mean, that involves selling the Skyline. I will feel so bad about it, but I need to. Also, hold up. I want to see if you can sell the collectible cars as well, or if you can only... I think you cannot, but I want to make sure you cannot. No, see, this is one of the collectibles, and yeah, not only there is no money to sell, but the option to sell is not there. Well, hold up. I could sell the Escort, and in fact I will, guess. Okay. It didn't even ask for confirmation. You sell it, you sell it. Just like that. But yeah, here, like, no matter how I need to, like, no matter what, I mean, I need to sell the Skyline. Damn it, that hurts. That really hurts. See, for example, this coupe, like this Audi, yeah, no problem, sell it. I don't want it. But yeah, unfortunately, the Skyline needs to happen too. Oh well. It was at least nice to use you, but yeah, this game is so fucked up that it even makes me sell what's essentially my favorite car. But yeah, I need to be able to afford that Ford GT no matter what. Which is here. I guess the other one, it's 600,000, and as I say, it has worse stats for some reason. And then the Sonda is a lot more expensive, even though it's pretty much a cheap car. But you ain't gonna get it. It's the shitty one that you're gonna get. Alright. I wonder if you can paint it the color that, like, the original, well, something like this, right? Like red and blue. It's just that not that red and not that blue. Doesn't seem like you have the option that I'm thinking of. I guess you can keep that. It's just that it's a very ugly red and blue. I mean, look at this. This feels like it's even glitched with how ugly it looks, but it's not glitched. It's just that naturally ugly, you know? Yeah, whatever. Pick that and yeah, here. It really feels like it's glitched graphics, but no glitch. You just put the plane. Why not? And the body shop. What could you do here? What? Doesn't really seem to make that much of a difference. Apparently, hold to morph? No. Not sure what the morph is meant to be, really. Here it doesn't really change that much. Well, except for adding the spoiler. The spoiler does make it quite different, I guess, but... You know, this is an ugly ass. Okay, that's better. That is certainly better. I think I prefer this spoiler even, yeah. We can do it like this, why not? I think it looks okay. Alright, and the good thing is that this one brings the stripe by default. Like, you don't have to do all that fuckery with the editing. Okay, well, with a lot of pain had to sell the Skyline, but theoretically this one should give me the victory where I need it. So let's try, well, that same elimination that I just did, this one. But let's try it with this one, see how it goes. Then I really, I keep thinking about it, cannot believe that this piece of shit made me sell the Skyline R-34, dude. That's unforgivable. that already makes me hate the game more than any of the very valid criticisms that I have for it. You know, the fact that it forced my hand to sell the R-34 is the real issue here. Oh, you don't seem to be performing that much better than the Audi right now, Mr. GT. You're not telling me that I just wasted my money, right? you wouldn't be that evil. No, at least it seems that I'm surviving a little bit more. It's just that that's the issue. A little bit more. It doesn't seem like the difference is as big as I was expecting precisely. Oh, not to mention I also didn't get the star lap time. Well, I will get it here though. Yeah, like quite a lot even. There is a fellow Ford GT there. The Ford GT is a car that I like. I don't have like I'm not an extreme fan of it, but it's a pretty car. I mean, when I think of Ford, well, actually, no. When I think of Ford, the first car that comes to my mind is the Ford Mustang. That car is way too iconic. The Ford GT it's a very nice car. Now the question here is, can you not get eliminated now? Because these guys are very close. Damn it. At least you will get a minimum of 4 stars, so I will say that's very nice, but it will be even nicer if you manage to win, you know? Okay. Come on. Keep it up. There you go, nice. At least it was a very clean debut. That's pretty cool. Like, you actually did your first race and won every single star. So I will say that that's pretty promising. I'm proud of you. Yeah, let's see. Well, I could also try this circuit race. Problem is that this track is hard no matter what, and maybe I will be able to win it with this thing, but it's just a very hard track. I'll try though. And I mean, if it doesn't work, I also have Dubai. I basically didn't get a single star in Dubai with like in Class A. Need for Speed Nuzlocke, you lose a car after every failed mission or after every arrest. Well, I'm pretty sure people do make challenges like that, but I already hate Nuzlocke in Pokemon, which is where it comes from, so doing it in something like a racing game is like double hate. Hey, how is it going, Wasabi? Because in Pokemon at least you kinda have the excuse that, well, the games are easy. So if you want a little bit more challenge, you can do something like that. But on a racing game, well, some racing games are pretty easy, but yeah. This one in particular will be a horrible idea. Like, it's pretty ironic, but the game that looks like, you know, a Disney version of the game that is like super sanitized and whatever, like super downgraded, and it still is a pretty hard game, you know. It's what I say like when I say that, what, like, who is this game made for? Because casuals are certainly not the... Well, casuals. When I say casuals, I specifically mean... Well, like the people that the tutorial talks to, like basically people that play with one hand with the Wiimote, like people that don't really want to... Like, just want to chill. I don't think this game appeals to them, you know? At least not if they plan on beating the career mode. Though I also don't know how the driving assist is. Like maybe the driving assist is super cheap and makes you win very easily, but I don't know. Maybe not. At least for now we also have both of the optional stars. It's only the position stars, the ones that are... Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's 720? That's wild. Well, with this position, you're not gonna get shit, though. Okay, this one is a different story, of course. On the very lead. Got him. Is the police badge like the blue shell where you can hit yourself with it if you're in first? No. No, the police badge is a targeted item. Like if you want to compare it with something in Mario Kart, will be the red shell, because you shoot it to who is in front because it's target. But yeah, no blue shell here. Like, this game is not that casual. Doesn't reach that point, though it would be nice to have a blue shell, because the guys, if someone is in first place for a very long distance, there is absolutely no way to reach him, because the badge power up, it works by range. Or instead of works by range, I think what happens is that it works if the opponent is rendered. And since the opponent is too far, it's probably not gonna render the car. The targeting doesn't work. So yeah, blue shell will be nice if they wanted to make this game actually casual. But you know, we only have like a very weird red shell instead. Also, the visibility from this car is absolutely trash, because the Ford GT is naturally a very like short in terms of height car, so it makes it very hard when the camera is right behind it to see anything, you know. Makes it quite challenging. And I don't even know if there is a button to change camera. Well, I mean, you can look backwards here, I mean, to change the chase camera. It's a little bit weird to fill the walls with planes. Whatever. No, I actually like the color combination that this car has right now. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's not as cool as the typical blue and red orange that like the original Ford GT has, but well, not to mention the original Ford GT has it backwards. The blue is the general color and the red orange is the stripe color. But, like the color options in this game are quite weird. They cannot even do that right. It is what it is. At least it seems that this Ford GT, at least for what I'm seeing, well, oh, it's fine. The second place is so far behind, it doesn't matter. You know, for what I'm seeing, this thing will take me to victory. So at least that will mean that we will be free from this game, which will be, well, fantastic, basically. Yeah, basically need to go to Dubai, get some stars, and then the Grand Prix, and then we are done. But then the second place is so far behind. I mean, just look at that. This is how it looked like when I had the Audi and I had to be so far from everyone else. It looked exactly like that, you know? Pretty much. All 5 stars. This car is being unstoppable right now. As it should. So now I'm notorious. Okay. I might as well be. So on to Dubai. And I need only 16 more stars in order to unlock the Grand Prix. So I should be able to do that. So I do have a plan B for today, which, as I said yesterday, is gonna be a shoot 'em up. But I don't really have a plan for tomorrow. Like what game to play, guys. Like what will be the intermission game, you know? In between this Need for Speed and the next Need for Speed. We'll need to think. I mean, could be an indie game of the multiple that I have on Steam and I never played. Probably not a bad idea. So you know that today is supposed to be, according to Nintendo, Mario Day, because it's March 10, which, you know, you could read it as Mario, right? And they put a lot of the Mario games on sale on the Switch, but among the ones that are not on sale is the Mario Galaxy collection. So yeah, pretty nice. The one I was actually interested in. Whatever. Well, there's also a Mario 3D Fury and I mean Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, whatever the fuck that game is called. That one is also on sale. And I could get that one, it's just that I'm not gonna play that one until I beat the Galaxy game, so not sure if I should just wait. It's just that Nintendo, dude, like, it's essentially the most expensive shop by a long shot when it comes at least to first-party titles. When it comes to third-party, it's probably the cheapest shop. But the first-party titles are so fucking expensive, it's criminal. Yeah, 3D Land, that's what I meant. I think that's how it's called, right? Like Mario 3D Land plus Bowser's Fury. I think that's the full name of that game. And that's the one that is on sale. But yeah, the next game should be Mario Galaxy, and that one is not on sale, so I don't really feel like grabbing that other one. Especially with the very low chance that it might be on sale. 3D Land is the 3DS game, 3D World is the one... Oh, okay, gotcha. It's just that the naming conventions, I guess, of those games is a little bit unoptimal, let's just say. Okay, thanks for the correction. Which means that, yes, regardless, the one I'm interested is the Galaxy games. Well, that fucking suck. I only got 1 star because that wasn't even the podium. So let me restart. You have too much dolphin PTSD from the Kirby Marathon to emulate the Galaxy games. No, it's not a problem of emulation, no, not at all. Like, in fact, if there's any emulator that I don't have any issue in using, it's Dolphin, because as I say multiple times, to me, Dolphin is currently the best emulator in the world. So no, it's nothing of the sort. Like, I will never be afraid of using Dolphin. No, the issue is that since the game is available, both games are available, and I have the console they are in, I don't want to emulate it, you know? Not to mention that there's also the fact that, yeah, the original Mario Galaxy games make a lot of use of the Wii mode, and you can of course emulate that with no problem, but at that point I would prefer like a more comfortable experience, and I'm assuming that the people that made the Switch ports made sure that there was no need for the Wii mode, right? Because I mean, it doesn't even exist on the Switch. You do have the Joy-Cons, but pretty sure that it's a game that you will probably play with the Pro Controller, no issues. But yeah, those are basically the reasons. I mean, the thing is that, you know, this game, if it was available I mean, I'm using this game as an example. This game fucking sucks, but let's just say that it was available in a modern platform, like, I wouldn't mind buying it, you know? But it's not. Like, this and all of the previous Need for Speed games that I played, none of them are available in a modern platform. So the only way to play them is emulating, you know? So in those cases, of course, I don't think twice when I emulate, clearly. Because I mean, it's either emulating them or not playing them. Like, it's as simple as that. You either emulate them or you basically pretend they don't exist. So I personally prefer emulating, of course. At least most of the remaining games in the Need for Speed series are on Steam and I own them, but not quite yet. Like, there are still a couple that I need to go through before that happens, but But I'm at least getting close, and that was my original intention, because I think I remember buying the Need for Speed games before they removed the peso from the Steam store. Like, I purchased them all to be like, well, might as well make use of this before they become extremely expensive. And I did, so, you know, I wanted to play them at some point, and now that I'm getting close to them chronologically, I will. Yeah. You either emulate the game or eat shit, or both in this game's case. Yeah, pretty much. In this game case, you're eating shit no matter what you do. On the right side, it's almost over, so we only need to eat shit for a little bit more. Just a little bit. At least compared to a lot of the other Need for Speed games, it is relatively short. Like, if they wanted to make it long, they could have made it long. But yeah, it's... I wouldn't say it's as short as it should be, but certainly not as long. So here it seems that the first place it's on its own world, as you can see on the minimap. Basically the same thing that happened in that previous race in Singapore, where I was dominating by so much. Well, that's happening right now, but with that guy instead of me, which kinda sucks, but yeah. Also, another game that I could purchase is the Donkey Kong Country Returns. Wait, he had an accident. Oh, might be able to win. No, I'm not talking about Donkey Kong, I'm talking about this guy in first place. Nah, unfortunately not enough time, but yeah, could have been possible. It's fine, we got 4 stars, it's good enough. The Donkey Kong Country Returns is also on sale because of this Mario sale, so I will buy that one too, but I'm not really planning on playing it anytime soon, so no, not really. Don't think I'm in a hurry. The thing is that Nintendo also constantly increases their prices to adjust for my currency losing value, you know? Though, I feel like lately they increase the prices for no reason, because compared to the dollar, the US dollar, my currency has been relatively stable for now. So I'm not sure what's the idea behind increasing it further. It's like you just want people from here to not buy games. I mean, sure, a little bit of an odd choice. The indie games, I can tell you that they are extremely cheap on the Nintendo shop. It's the first party games, the ones that are an absolute issue. Will I get a fucking wrench, please? Oh, I guess not. There is the wrench. But no, I also cannot get it, man. This game fucking sucks so fucking much, dude. I cannot believe it. So, Rashid is in this game. The Street Fighter 5 character. He made it to this game. I guess Rashid is a popular name in the Emirates, right? Well, the problem here is that I'm not gonna get a single star. That's bad. Quite bad. It's also true that I didn't really drive fast at all. That's because I wasn't lit. At least these guys are relatively close. I guess the third place I should at least get it. That means 1 star. Okay, 2 stars because I got the lap time. The style points are most likely not happening though. Oh, fuck you. Actually, the podium is also not happening. Oh, never mind. The guy that was in third got attacked by the police at the last moment. Nice. He might even get second place at this rate. We will see. I think I can target the first place. I could at least try to see if I can cut time through the shortcut. I also won't get the style points. Also, no, the first place is basically gone. So at that point, you might as well try to get style points. But I doubt that I can do that in just 10 seconds, you know. It ain't happening. But it's worth trying. I promise this shitty ass points, like in this case most likely 47,500. Oh, never mind, it was 50,000. Even further. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get that. Yeah, at least I got 3 stars, it's something. Yeah, and I'm 9 stars away from the Grand Prix. See what happens by then. I think I do remember trying this drift event with the Audi and it didn't go very well. Huh. And the drift there got completely nullified. I guess that's why, you know. The drag race event I also tried it and I couldn't do it, but now I have a clearly faster car. Wait, hold up. Yeah, like, this shouldn't be, well, except for the Lamborghini, none of these cars should be particularly faster than mine. Yeah, at least if we go exclusively by stats. But it seems that it is indeed the Lamborghini, the one that stays ahead. Only momentarily. And you actually blocked me so much that the Corvette ended up overtaking. Nice. Fantastic even. Oof, that was very close. I wouldn't use the Nitro yet. Stay with what you have for now. Okay. No problem. That's only 3 stars, but with this I think we need seats more. So basically, we'll do this elimination and then that circuit, and if I get 3 stars on each, that will be enough. Then we do the Grand Prix, and then we say, hopefully we say goodbye to this game, because I don't know if there's gonna be a surprise afterwards. There could be, but I hope not. Certainly hope not. Yeah, I mean, in terms of category, there shouldn't be any surprise, because the Pagani Sonda is the last car in category A, in class A. So there's absolutely no way they put a faster car than that. So at that point, it's basically, if they put like an additional challenge, but I really hope not. The interesting thing is that these cars are so fast that taking the corners is kinda impossible, like, without hitting the wall. That's also another thing that feels so weird to me, like, why do you make the driving physics like this, where drifting is kind of on rails, but you don't even make it so you don't hit the wall? Like, Ridge Racer had it right like 20 years, well no, even 25 years before this game release. Like, come on, dude. Wasn't that hard what you were supposed to do? But I guess it was hard enough. Or maybe they just balance everything, assuming that the player will pick drive assist, but I also don't know what drive assist does. I can only imagine. I mean, if it is like the one in Pro Street, it's basically like the game brakes for you in the corners. It's pretty funny. Basically, the game plays itself for you. What? Well, that's pretty shitty. But I see that I need 3 stars in each of the events. So I got 3 on this, so if I get 3 on the other one, that's it. And it's the last race event. Like, every other one is either like time attack or speed traps or some garbage like that. So seems that we got the star amount very closely. Like, it could have been pretty bad, but it seems that we're gonna be fine. Again, assuming there's nothing after the Class A Grand Prix, and I really am hoping that's the case. That there is nothing, I mean. That's what I'm hoping for. I do want 3 stars here. I need at least a podium finish. Like, that's non-negotiable. The lap time star, at least I already got it. Wow. Surprised I didn't need to respond there. If I manage to get second place though, at least that will be guaranteed 3 stars. I don't really think I should rely on the second place because it's most likely not happening. Oh, the first place is closer than I thought, huh? A little bit damaged right now. Hope I can make the jump. Yeah, though barely. Okay, repair now. I should have gone for a shortcut there. Fucking asshole. Wait, was that a first place or a second place? Oh, it was a first place, but then with the exact same time finish. Alright. It was another photo finish. Well, the first one in this game, I guess, but nice. So, well, that's enough stars for the Grand Prix, no matter what. So I guess we're finally going to what's supposedly the final Grand Prix of the game. So we can finally stop playing this shit. But yeah, we will see how hard it is. Because I mean, it most likely will have the first place, you know, going pretty far, like in the previous one. But you essentially need to win 3 of them. And then the other ones you can get second and you are gonna win. That was a very early overtake, but usually these guys don't care and just keep going faster and faster at all times. That guy is gonna be the issue. It's the Lambo. That also means that there is essentially no opponent with a Sonda, which makes me wonder if there is like a true last boss that will use the Sonda, or if that's just reserved for the player. But regardless, here the issue is that this guy is already quite far. That's only the first lap, you know? The interesting thing about the Lamborghini is that I think that character is meant to be the Dubai competitor. And the thing is that he has a Lambo in the cutscene, but he only has an actual Lambo on Class A. In every other class he has something else. since the Lambo is only a Class A car. Pretty much the game lying in your face. How is it gonna go? I wonder. You got target again. Ironically, this is the first track in the game, and yet it pretty much has like the hardest shortcuts in the game, as you can see. There are shortcuts made with a lot of hatred. Get his ass right now. Did I win? Nice team again. That's back-to-back photo finish. Unbelievable. With the same time and everything. And these races are nice. Well, I don't think you're seeing this, so this is pretty sad. But it says, yeah, you're actually not seeing this. Invalid read from, well, a memory address. The game probably will have crashed on real hardware. Nice. Pretty cool. Wait, ignore for this session. There's no way this works. Yeah, no, like the game probably will have a crash. Nice. So, quite a nice photo finish, I guess. That is indeed a photo finish. Alright. That was a little bit anticlimactic though, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm resetting the game, by the way. Yeah, there is the... Well, I'm not using a Wii mode, but you have the Wii mode warning. Damn, that's so sad, guys. Winning that race will actually be hard. Though, what happened if it crashed while it tried to autosave? Like, what if it actually corrupted the save file? I mean, that will be a way to get rid of the game, I guess. Wait, I cannot skip the... Oh, it's because I don't have... Yeah, Windows Focus, there you go. Well, I hope it didn't corrupt the save, apparently. And the trend of the games crashing keeps going. I think actually the only game that hasn't crashed so far since Underground 2 has been Shift. Like, I don't think Shift crashed even once, but yeah. Every other one has to at least crash once. And pretty cool. So, do you at least have the Grand Prix unlocked? Yeah, you do. But unfortunately, that super close race was completely lost. Maybe it crashed precisely because it was a finish at the same time. Like, the game didn't know what to do. I mean, it's not like there was already a decision there. The decision was making me win, so it would have crashed earlier if that was the issue. What a shitty place to crash, really. Well, I mean, games crashing don't really have a right place to crash, I guess. So see, for example, the first crash in Pro Street was funny because it crashed when my car crashed. It was like the perfect cinematic crash. But yeah, this one, after such a close finish on my favor, the fact that it crashed is a little bit evil. Though it will be a problem if it actually always crashes at that point. Like, if after this race the crash happens again, will be messed up. Why are you being such a piece of fucking shit? Stupid ass police. Unfortunately, this race is not gonna go to a first place at this rate. I should probably reset. So this song is fucking trash. Pretty much. Unfortunately here there are two guys ahead. If it was only one, I would just, you know, fully target the police on him, but... And you're still there. Actually, what the fuck is the police even doing? Like, I already tell you to target him and you're not doing shit. Are you sleeping on the show? It really seems like you are. Ah, these shortcuts, dude. How could they make such a central mechanic in the game be so shit? Hey, I'm not winning this. Yeah, but that's the problem. Good luck winning it again. That previous victory was the one. Well, and it is a problem if it crashes, because since this is a Grand Prix, it's obviously not gonna save unless you finish the whole thing. So yeah, that kinda sucks. That shortcut might legitimately be the hardest one in the game. Well, probably not the hardest one, but considering it's on the first track, it cannot be that hard. Like, they really fucked it up. On the track that is supposed to be the tutorial, you make the shortcut that messed up. It's crazy. And then feels bad to be robbed. The previous win belonged to no one other than me, but no, we ain't having it. The shortcuts are pissing me off a lot. I see cars flying. I don't think I'll be satisfied unless it's the first place car flying. At least he's not going that far, but I feel like he's going far enough to be pretty tough to catch up. Can you please stop him? Yeah, like that. Oh, what the hell? What's the police that got stopped there? It's your last chance. You gotta stop him now. Hey, you ain't stopping him. Promise that I could keep going with that second place there, but since this is the first race, I don't think it's a good idea. Not to mention that the other ones are not gonna be particularly easier either, you know? Well, if this guy manages to win though, I wouldn't even mind, because it's a different guy. He's most likely not gonna win the following one, so I wouldn't mind this guy winning. I don't think he's also gonna be there for that long. Nice. And even though I'm doing so well here, the other guys are still so absurdly close. Okay, not so much now. The police has stopped them a little bit. I will need you to stop them even more. Because it's still far from the end of the race, you know. Quite far. Oh, and someone decided to fully target me. Well, that's an issue. So it wasn't the police, it was the shitty ass shortcut, the one that stopped me. As expected. These guys keep showing out of nowhere. No, don't let him pass. Damn, was that? I mean, that was another photo finish, but yeah, with a higher difference this time. Well, the issue is that you don't crash again, because if you crash again, this is a little bit useless. Well, it didn't crash for now. For now. Yeah, it's still spinning. Okay, didn't crash. The thing is that it cannot crash in any of the 5 races. And now that I know that crashing is a possibility, well, I don't know. Might be a problem. Something tells me that this is gonna be one of the tracks that you're not gonna win. I need you to target the guy. Oh man, what a piece of fucking shit. Can you believe this game also, on top of all the garbage it also has traffic? Like, it's something that is essentially very hard to notice, because usually you don't run into it, but when you do run into it, it's like, come on, dude. Something that appears so little. I know I need a police badge. Yeah, like that. Yeah, what the hell was that, dude? At least I managed to target him, but I will have to slow him down right now. Fucking stupid ass truck. I don't think they are gonna slow him down at all. And third place is, by the way, not acceptable, so I should essentially restart. I guess this Grand Prix could take a long time to be finished after all. There's gonna be a lot of restarts like that one. I try to take that shortcut. Well, if it's gonna end up like that, then clearly not. You know, that shortcut just seems way too dangerous and doesn't even seem to be worth doing it. It doesn't seem to give you that much speed advantage at all. I could have picked the badge there. I'm losing speed out of nowhere, nice. Police badges so far. Well, I could have gotten one there and I didn't. Still did a natural overtake, but yeah, there is a big lack of police badges in this track. Very annoying. That's not enough. That's so annoying, dude. Can you restart? Oh, once you have crossed the finish line, they don't let you restart. So, well, this one, I guess, we have no option but to accept the result. Well, that's good to know at least, that if you're not gonna get the result you want, restart the race before you cross the finish line. That's also extremely stupid, because I mean, if you can restart right before the finish line, why wouldn't you be able to restart after the finish line, you know? Like, that's completely idiotic, but yeah. Not like I expect anything good coming out of this game, I guess. And what the hell? Well, that's gonna be a restart. The problem of getting second place in the previous race is that, I mean, at least in that attempt it actually looked doable to win. You cannot really afford to lose a first place simply for being like, oh, I crossed the finish line. couldn't discard the need for restarting the whole championship. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but it feels like it will be the way. But I didn't get that power. What are you talking about? At least the Lambo guy is close. Stop the vehicle, bitch. They're supposedly targeting the Lambo guy. Oh yeah, and they did. Correct. That's good. It won't be enough. We probably need to throw another one at him, but we will see. Promise that if I go down here, I cannot take the shortcut, and he does take it. Not to mention that the shortcut also has the shortcut also has a badge. Well, if he took it and he was ahead of me, I wouldn't have been able to pick it up anyways, but... I am glad I left whatever was remaining to this stream, because if I tried beating this yesterday, it would have been a disaster. But I made the right decision, no doubt. So it seems that here it's better to probably take the right side instead of the left side. Oh, that's why I got the badge last time, because it changed at the very last moment. So when the time comes, you want to go right. The leader does take the shortcut seemingly every time. I think I couldn't target him there. I was close, but not enough. And he's already way too far. Oh, this is gonna be so painful. It is really gonna be painful. Oh, the Lambo crash and respawn. That's good. Yeah, also a little bit too early. You know, draw any conclusions from that. Though, why am I being targeted with level 5 hit? Like, there shouldn't have been badges on the first lap, right? So what's wrong with you? At the same time, they didn't really attack me, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, I repaired the car and they already shredded it again. Nice. Damn it. Let me repair. Okay. Got it. And yeah, the Lambo seems to be behind me. I mean, the Lambo that matters, because there is another Lambo ahead, but that's not the one I care. Yeah, that Lambo is not the one that matters. Oh, what the fuck, dude? He's still behind me, but not for long at this rate with how it's true. Yeah, there he is, Tim. And he took the wrench. What a piece of shit. And he's keep taking them. Man, this game is so fucking trash. It's actually crazy. I could get that one at least. I don't know where the Lambo went. It got slowed down for way too long. I think it's the guy in second place. At least I hope he is. Yes, pretty much. And unfortunately, damn, and he managed to get first. This game is gonna make me yell. It will make me yell. That was supposed to be like a 1 in a million run, and still the game did not let me win. Because at this point you're basically at the game's mercy. If the game wants you to win, you will win, and if the game does not want you to win, you won't. As simple as that. Right now it does not want me to win. Yeah, man, you cannot be so nasty to be so far ahead already. Now I'm trying to save the cop call here. No, didn't work out. Who's gonna stop him now? Oh, he did get stopped by the police. I'm not sure who called the police on him. There was no one close. But yeah, when you are first place, the heat increases naturally, I guess. That's pretty interesting that he got completely stopped. And the guys behind me are most likely gonna call the cops on me, though. They are 4 now, quite behind. Hopefully it stays that way, but a little bit doubtful. Okay, I did that as fast as I could. Oh, and the guy behind me also got fucked by something. Shame that every other one is so far, because if that's the Lambo, he could have gotten third or something, but no. Well, at least I won. But it's the same Lambo guy. So essentially, if I want to win the Grand Prix, I need to... well, pretty much win one more race. And then the remaining race, I need to get second place. Ideally, you probably will want to win this one, right? Just I don't know which race is easier, if this one or the Dubai one. I think that they are both annoying. We will see. Wow, nice. Very nice jump. Also, it's very weird. The game sometimes automatically responds to you, but it doesn't seem like it follows any logic. Like it automatically responds to you when it feels like it. The Lambo guy is not first, but at this rate he will get first. Not to mention I'm also not first, so... So if I could send the cops to him, that would be great. There you go. Alright. Let's see if you can get first like that then. I could call them again, yeah. Just to make sure, yeah, and call them as a third time, dude. Like, until this guy is dead, don't stop calling the police, you know? And all in all, he's still here. Oh, need to hold on for one more lap. This is still extremely close. Looking at the minimap, like, I mean, I think there are two guys behind me. But yeah, I mean, I don't want either of them. That's still enough to win though. Oh, and he didn't even get second place. In fact, he got fourth. Alright, so this means that with 34 points him and 45 points me, getting 5th place will guarantee my victory. Like, I will just need to get 5th place. Well, end the game to not crash. That's an important requirement too. But yeah, if I manage to get that, that will be great. We will see how it goes. Hey, I'm not even gonna try hard to win this. Probably wouldn't want to get 5th place just in case I did the math wrong. I mean, I don't think I'm that stupid, right? Hopefully not. Well, it should be very doable to get 2nd place anyway, so... You crash there with this car at that speed. How the fuck did that even happen? That should not have happened. Whatever. Oh, also I just realized that one of the green cars from the opponent here is like the cover of the game, like with the same livery and everything. Yeah, that muscle car that is green. Interesting that one of the random shovers got to be the cover of the car. The cover of the game, I meant to say. This corner, every single time I try to do the inertia drift, right, like going from one drift to the other, like I end up failing it every time, but it's only on that corner, not in any other one, so there's something odd with that thing. want to target that guy, but since I don't really need to win. That police car was supposed to go against the guy I targeted. These guys are too dumb even for that. Oh, everyone is here, pretty close. Well, I don't know what that was, but sure. Can you guys stop being bitches, please? I only have hit level 2, you know? Not sure why you are being so insistent. Yeah, just like that I got second. There. Oh, I think that the guy in first it's a different one, so well, second place will have guaranteed my victory regardless, but even more if it's not the Lambo guy. Well, I guess I win. Yeah, it was a different one, and he got fourth place again, the Lambo guy. Well, eat shit, I guess. So are we done with this trash? Can we please tell me we are? I will be very happy if you do. Yeah, that's the Class A Cup, the Gold Cup, and now? Yeah, the collectibles and... Are you at least... Oh, and they actually do show the credits. Well, good on you. Like, you know how I always say, the credits showing up by themselves means that you beat the game, so nice. Well, about this game, I gotta say that initially I thought that it was still not worse than Pro Street, but I think I after playing it till the end, I have to disagree. This game is actually the worst Need for Speed game so far. And, you know, because it's like, who does it try to appeal to? Like, if it's for casual players, the way the money and the opponents work, ironically make this game harder than at least like 90% of the previous Need for Speed games. So, I mean, most Need for Speed games are very casual when it comes to difficulty because the AI tends to be shit and you tend to get a lot of money to purchase whatever you want, but in this game that's not the case. So, yeah, ironically, this is probably one of the hardest Need for Speed games so far, but you look at everything else, like I don't care about graphics, but you look at the graphics and you're like, what is this low quality shit? I was saying it earlier that the Nintendo Wii is a console that gets accused of being essentially the home for a lot of shovelware. And obviously this game is not even close to being shovelware, but for Need for Speed standards, it might as well be the shovelware of Need for Speed, right? Like a game that has no reason to exist, that does everything that the previous Need for Speed games but worse. And keep in mind that for people that own the Nintendo Wii, you had Need for Speed Carbon and Undercover on the console. So why will you buy this one? Well, you will buy it because it has the Need for Speed name, but then you get it home and you realize that it's a piece of shit, basically. So yeah, I will most likely say that, well, again, probably ignoring the very first game in the series, this is probably the worst Need for Speed game so far. Like, it has merit to be worse than Pro Street, but this one is very clearly worse than Pro Street. But hey, the good thing, as you can see, is that now it's over, so I don't have to suffer it no more. And well, the next game to play in the series theoretically is Need for Speed World. I'm gonna try to see the community servers because it's a game that officially closed in 2015, but they are community servers, so I want to see how those are, and if they are good enough, I guess I could play that as the next Need for Speed game. If that's not the case, the next one will be Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. The Hot Pursuit, the third Hot Pursuit game that just has that name, right? So yeah, either World or that one will be the next one. I still need to test. At least Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, I do have it on Steam, so that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah. Either World or Hot Pursuit will be the next one, and if it is World, I don't know if there is such a thing as beating that game like there is with this one or basically any of the previous ones, so I'm not sure. Also, you know what I'm also not sure is if the credits are repeating or not. It seems that from now on they have the... Like, they really like to troll where is enough of a moron to let the credits roll like me. Okay, this should be the end. Like, usually when they put this shit, it should be the end. But yeah, I'm paying attention just in case. I'm not getting bamboozled again. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, they are all proper. Okay, and here at least they leave a prudential space. Well, not to mention, I think... Yeah, no, they do loop it, but at least they have a prudential space to be like, hey, the credits ended. You don't need to see no more. But yeah, no, this shit is done. I'm gonna double check just in case that something new unlocked in the career, but I heavily doubt it. I mean, it didn't say that anything unlocked except for the collectible car, so yeah, no, it's fine. It says first position, and then the remaining stars that are the ones I have. I guess the other thing that you could try to aim for is having like the highest title, since Notorious is clearly not the highest one. But I don't care. I saw the credits, which, as I say, means that I beat the game, so I'm not torturing myself any further with this shit. And yeah, new mode unlock, game crash. No, we already unlocked that like half an hour ago. Yeah. That has been Need for Speed Nitro. So hey, she is not, fuck this game. Hope you enjoyed it because I didn't. So yeah. Away with you.